Hi, I'm Rich King with Rich King Real Estate in Keller Williams, and thank you for watching this ongoing video series of our preferred vendor program participants. I'm really excited to always introduce to you the best of the best service providers out there. That's really important to me in my business. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, you need to surround yourself with people who are the best at what they do, that can help support you in your livelihood and for your homes and so forth. And this guy is one of the best. I want to introduce you to Drew Clausen. Drew, just real quick story about Drew. I've known Drew since he was about 5 years old, I think it was. And Drew and my youngest son, Corey, grew up together. So all through school and sports and things like that. But I also got to watch Drew grow into an outstanding young man who overachieves in anything and everything he's ever done in his life. And I've really admired that in him. He's a go-getter and he makes things happen. One of the things I'm really excited about is that Drew had a great mentor in his mother that helped him learn this business, get into the insurance business. And Drew is with State Farm Insurance. I've been with them, my wife and I have been with them for about almost 35 years altogether now. And they always take care of us, and they take care of all of our clients that we refer to them as well. So, Drew, thanks for coming in and doing this video.
Really appreciate it.
I want to tell people about your business and actually have you tell them about it as well. But there's insurance. How did you go from your active world in college and sports after college, and then getting into this insurance business? How did you go about becoming an insurance agent? And talk a little bit about where you are right now in your business.
Great question. First off, thanks for having me, Rich.
My pleasure.
Super, privileged to be here. And I started a little bit unorthodox, I would say. I never thought I would be an insurance agent growing up. My mom, as you said, been my mentor. She's been a State Farm agent for 30 years.
Yep.
So I've learned from the best and always, had that in my home life and would do odd jobs through high school in my mom's office. So I grew up hearing the lingo and saw the relationships that she built. And I knew I was very attracted to that, but I had no idea that that's the path I would go down. So I, after graduating high school here at West Valley, right down the road,
Yep.
super glad to be still representing the community that raised me. It's very important to me. I went to college and I studied business management and finance because I knew that I wanted to be part of a team. After my football career, I wanted to continue being part of a team and helping people, and those relationships that I saw my mom have throughout my high school and even before that. I knew that's what I wanted to do, something along those lines. So I kept it pretty broad in college, studied business management and finance. I had the opportunity to live in Europe and play football in Europe. So I signed 2 contracts. I lived in Germany and then I lived in Barcelona, Spain. So once I got that traveling experience and again, those relationship building opportunities, came back and I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with people, help people with what matters most to them. And the best opportunity I had was really to learn from the best and go work for my mom. So I came back, I was in my mom's office for a few years, learning from her, learning the ropes. And I had the opportunity to really stay in my comfort zone, stay with her. And then an opportunity came around where, a State Farm representative came up and said there's going to be an opportunity to open your own business, open your own agency. And I jumped all over it.
Yeah.
Kind of stepped out of my comfort zone, but went through, kind of the start from scratch process. And I'm so lucky to have the team that I have, the relationships that I have, and really to help people in the community that raised me up. That's extremely important to me. So appreciated the opportunity. It's been great so far having my own agency.
Talk a little bit about your agency. Who does that consist of? Who are part of your team? How are you organized in your business?
So there's 4 of us in the office right now, and I can't say enough about my team. I'm so thankful to be with a team that appreciates relationships as much as I do, to the level that I do. So the first one is going to be Matt Bauman. He's a West Valley Spokane, born and bred as well. And I grew up with Matt, so I knew his work ethic and how much he cared about people. So that was a no-brainer. He's been with me since we opened. He's really our jack. He's our general manager at our office. So he runs everything, jack of all trades. We also have Eric. He was a state trooper for 11 years. So his experience has been just unequivocally beneficial to our office because he has come up to everything from, in his 11 years, from fatalities from car accidents, total losses, people not having coverage that they thought they had. He'll be the first to tell you 1 in 3 drivers in Washington don't have insurance. So having his aspect, he's our home auto specialist. And then a newest member of our team is Jeff. He's been phenomenal, and he's really our life and health specialist. So he's really taken that. He comes from the health industry, and he's ran with it. So my team they're all fully licensed and appreciate people, take the time to really find out what matters to you and give you all the options. And I can't say enough about them.
That's awesome. There's nothing like having a completely, not only committed group of people, but all of those who are very capable of providing the greatest service and support to any of your clients that you serve.
Absolutely. They work their butts off. And we all come from a little bit of a maybe athletic background, and we work well on a team. So that's been huge. And we take care of our policyholders and our clients as if they were a part of our team. And I love that.
Perfect. State Farm. Big brand, national, maybe even international brand at that. There are lots of insurance providers, not only in this city, but across the country. Why? Why State Farm Insurance? Why, what's the thing that you can talk to my clients out there that are interested in having the best insurance programs to help support them in their lives and lifestyle? What is it about State Farm and in your brokerage as compared to almost any others out there? Why are you different?
Yeah, great question. So, everybody knows State Farm. We're the biggest home and auto insurance company in the U.S., but I don't like to reference that because a saying from athletics that I grew up on is performance, not reputation. So we're not going to ride those reputation coattails. You're going to hire us, and we're going to perform for you every single day. And the biggest piece is having that local agent, and that's accountability is going to be the number one thing. So when you call into another company that just has a call center and they suggest something, you're going to go over coverages. And keep in mind here, you're talking about the biggest assets that you're going to have. Your home, your auto.
Your life,
everything even beyond that. So if you don't have the correct limits, all of that can be taken away in a lawsuit. So when you call in to a place where you don't know who you're talking to, they suggest something and something happens, there's no accountability. You're never going to be able to get that person again, talk to them through next steps as far as claims go. But our service is by far what sets us apart. Our office is brick and mortar. When you call in, you're going to get one of the same 4 of us every single time. And I think that's huge, the accountability piece to really review your coverages annually every single year to make sure as your life changes that your coverages are efficient. So if you have the same coverages that everybody starts off of their parents' policy in 15 years, those coverages are not going to be sufficient. So it's important to look at those, and that's what we do.
Perfect. So I've got buyers typically that are consulting with me to help them find and buy a home. Usually, and not always, but usually they come from out of town. And now they're new to Spokane. I help them find a home, and they need to have some protection for that home. What's that process look like once I introduce you to my new buyers or new owners of a home?
So first thing is we're going to congratulate on a big purchase, because we're going to welcome you if you're out of town. We're going to let you know our favorite places. I grew up here. This is my hometown. And we're going to go through, after we kind of build that relationship, see what's most important to you, get to know you and your family and your needs right off the bat. We're going to go into that home quote. We're going to go through everything from, if it's in Spokane County, we'll use Spokane County parcel or the assessor's site, photos that are on the home listing, go through everything from square footage, finishings. We're going to have everything into an estimated replacement cost tool, put together that personalized home quote for you to make sure you're insured efficiently, and most importantly, you're not overinsured.
Yeah.
So an example would be, last week we got a call from a new home buyer, and she had been with her other company since she was 15 years old. This was her first home. She got a home quote. It came back a lot higher than she was expecting, and she just wanted a second opinion. So I asked her, what's that purchase price on the home? So she was paying about $500,000 on it, and they gave her a home quote for about $600,000. So immediate red flags is for, if you haven't had home insurance before, your home insurance is for the structure itself and your personal property and your extension. We don't insure the land because the land's not going anywhere.
Right.
So we want to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck and you're not overinsured in that category, because if something happens to that home, she's been paying for insurance on more than she needs.
Good point.
She has a total loss. She's never going to get more than that home is valued at and worth. So it's extremely important to have somebody in your corner you can trust. We take the time to educate you. You make all the decisions, but we want to make sure you have all the options in front of you and your policy is personalized to you. We're not going to just throw a blanket coverage over it with you.
Perfect. All right. So obvious question now is, if somebody wants to get a quote, how do they engage you? What's the best way to get connected with you and your team?
We make it extremely accessible to get a hold of us. Whatever your preferred method is, I like a phone call. Being that relationship, brick and mortar, in-town place, I love to have that conversation, set up an appointment, meet you face to face, because this is one of the biggest assets you are going to ever have, and we want to make sure that everything is in place for when that claim does happen, that it's aggravation and not devastation. That's going to be the biggest thing with us. You can reach us at agentclausen.com. You can shoot me an email if that's more comfortable for you. You can call us 509-703-7307, and you can also text that number. So whatever your preferred method is, we accommodate to you, and we know life is crazy, so we make it easy to do business with us.
You got it. One more time, the phone number and the email address.
So 509-703-7307 is going to be that best number. You can call or text that number. And then you can shoot me an email at drew@agentclausen.com. So AGENT, just like agent, and then my last name, CLAUSEN.com.
All right, awesome. Hey, thanks so much for being here today. Really appreciate you being a part of our preferred vendor program. Again, we only bring the best to all of our clients. And so if you need any sort of information on your insurance needs, this is the guy to contact. Contact Drew Clausen. My name is Rich King with Rich King Real Estate. My number is 509-703-8187. And you can always email me at rich@richkingrealestate.com. Thanks so much for listening in to this video. Have a great day.
Thank you.